Good morning, friends. It's Rhonda here once again with the Salem, Ohio Public Library. Today we're going to learn a little bit about Instacart. So for those who have never heard of Instacart before, it is a food delivery service. And by food delivery, I don't mean restaurants or prepared food. That's more of like a DoorDash or Uber Eats. This is a personal shopper that you can order the products online. Somebody will then drive to that store, go pick them up for you, and then deliver them right to your home. So we're just going to explore the Instacart website a little bit today. And as someone who actually drove for Instacart, I wanted to give you a little bit of some insight as to how this app works and the benefits or the cons of using this app. So to get started, I am just going to go to the Instacart website, and I already have it pulled up here, so it's just instacart.com. You can tell just by the web URL address bar up here that it is a secure website. It has this little lock here to let us know that it is secure. So if you're using any type of payment card, debit card, credit card, just know that it does have an extra layer of security there for you to make sure that you don't have any of your information exposed to potential hackers. So this is what the opening of this website looks like. Now, if you're using the mobile app, it'll look a little similar to this. It'll have all the same features. It just might have a little bit of a different display. But this is what it looks like in the beginning. I highly suggest that you consider signing up if you have it, because for a lot of first-time users, you will get a pretty decent deal or discount. Sometimes it'll say things like, hey, get $10 off of your first order of 50, or 10% off of an order with this much and over. So I definitely suggest that. I think that you can get a lot of perks and coupons and rewards through email for that. And so I highly suggest that you go ahead and sign up. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here since I already have an account. So just bear with me. I just wanted to show you what that opening website would look like if you didn't already have an account. All right, so here we are at our user interface. Now, because I've already created an account, I have my store location set for my zip code. So I am already here at the 44515. So that's because I live in Austintown. So when you create yours, you will be asked about your zip code, and it will bring up all the stores in your radius that are partners with Instacart. So for me, I have Aldi's and Meijer and IGA and Walgreens. So as you can see, there's actually a lot here. If you want to see what stores are available to you, you can go ahead here and click on this View All Stores, and it will show you all of your options. And so around where I live, there's actually quite a few. I have been on both ends of this, where I have been in a city that had very few stores that worked with Instacart, but then I've also been in cities that had a lot of stores that worked with Instacart. So I will say that a lot of this is based on where you're located and how many businesses partnered with Instacart to be part of this process. And up here, we just have a few quick categories that if you wanted to navigate to quickly, you can just go up here. You can go to this fastest. So when I click on this, it tells you which places are, super quick for either delivery or in-store pickup. We got in-store prices here. We have EBT. We have pickup. And then we also have like new stores that have recently partnered with Instacart. So let's go ahead and shop at one of these places. So for me, I am going to go with groceries. Oh, that's because I had the filters on, sorry. We'll go to fastest. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Meijer's here. And the way that this works, and just to give you an idea of what the delivery side of this is that of course, a customer will go ahead and go on this website and they will click whatever products that they want to add to their cart. Okay. So if I, wanted to add this, I could go ahead and add it, and add some sushi, add some cucumbers, and so on. And when they check out, you're going to go to checkout. Sorry, and I sort of sidetracked there. I was talking about the delivery part of it, but I did want to show you just a little bit more about this before I talk about the delivery part. So here you have to just kind of go through a couple of extra features, your delivery instructions, your delivery time, your phone number, and then your payment. So this is what the customer part of that looks like. The driver part of it, now, when a driver downloads the Instacart app and they sign up and they're approved, basically the way that you get orders is based on your location and your availability. So when you sign on to the app as a driver, that means that you are ready to start driving, and so you become available. So when somebody puts in an order, it will send a signal out to every Instacart driver in that radius and let you know that there is a batch available for you. So one thing to keep in mind here is that Instacart does, of course, charge a fee. So the fee is basically a mandatory amount of money that is provided to the driver just for making that delivery in general. So if I wanted to pick up this order, and being that there was only a handful of products in that order, the mandatory fee would be much smaller than it would be if it was a 100 piece order. So there is a mandatory fee that you pay just simply for the fact that a lot of times the drivers don't always get tipped, which is sad because this is one of those kind of one of those jobs that it requires a lot of time and effort. And so even though there is a mandatory fee, that fee is incredibly small and it's not quite the same worth the same amount as if we were just getting a tip as well. So, just kind of throwing it out there, make sure you tip your Instacart driver because it is a lot of work, especially to not only navigate to the store and you're using your gas in your car, but you're also using a lot of your time. You're making sure that you're getting the best products for the customer. So if someone's ordering fruits and vegetables, at that point, you want to make sure that you're getting them like fresh fruits and vegetables. You're not getting anything bad or soft or moldy. And so, you definitely want to take your time and do this quickly, but efficiently and, with good progress. So with that being said, when you do order Instacart, please calculate in your tip for the driver as well. And basically what happens is once the Instacart driver is at the store, the customer will be notified that the Instacart driver is currently working on the order, and it'll kind of tell them, be on the lookout, because if there's any products that aren't available at the store, you have to kind of, engage with the customer about what they would like to do about that. So, it'll say things like, hey, you could press a button and say, hey, they're currently out of Fuji apples. Would you like me to get other apples instead? And if so, what kind? Or would you like this to just be refunded from your order? And that is an important step because if you're not available at that time, so if the customer's not available and they don't answer the questions, then at that point we're kind of instructed to just remove it from the list and move on with the rest of the order. So that's really how Instacart works. At that point, you can then choose whether or not you want like a hands-free, delivery where it's like we would just kind of leave it at the doorstep or at the garage or your designated location and take a picture of it. There's also the contact one where it's like you're directly handing it to the customer themselves. And I really haven't had many issues with this at all. I find that most people are fairly friendly. And I think that on an overall scale, it goes pretty seamlessly. Okay, everyone. So I hope that gives you some insight about Instacart, whether you want to be a customer or maybe even just an Instacart driver to make a few extra bucks. That's pretty much how that all works. But if you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to me at the Salem, Ohio Public Library. I am there on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 12 and 6, and you can certainly schedule an appointment to talk a little more about this one-on-one if you want any more information or if you have any questions. All right, everyone, have an amazing day.